All right, guys, welcome to Durant, Oklahoma. This is the bus life. We're currently in Durant, Oklahoma. We had a Hunger for Revival event here. The events that we've actually been doing over the last year and a half, 2 years. We had one here about a month ago, something like that. And we've been here ever since. We did go down to Texas and did some work for some people down there and had a really good time. It is bitter cold. It is supposed to get down to 10 Fahrenheit today. So this is the first time that we'll be able to kind of test the endurance of this bus in cold weather, because as you guys know, we live and we travel on the road. A bus, it's got airflow that goes over the top, over the bottom, over the side, so it's a lot harder to keep a vehicle warm than, say, a house. I think it's about 20 Fahrenheit out, and it's gonna get down to 10 Fahrenheit tonight. So we're really interested to see how this bus does. Right now, we've just got our mini split system running. Now, the new mini split systems, they work by heat pump. It's running right now. So when we're plugged in and we turn the mini split on, right now we've had no issues with not being able to stay warm. But tonight will be the test. This is not the norm for Oklahoma. It is snowing right now, and it's very, very cold, which isn't normal either. The red buses over here, our second good news bus. So we've got bus number 2, and we've got bus number 3, and bus number 1, I think, is in Tennessee right now. There's a guy that travels with us who plays drums for us. He got this bus from us, so we get to see our bus. We get to hang out in there every once in a while, so that's kind of cool. Like right now, my hands are just freezing, and my hands don't usually get cold. And we've been down to 0 Fahrenheit in this bus, but I can already tell you that the cold I'm experiencing right now feels more bitter than the cold that we've experienced in Colorado. So it's going to be interesting to see how everything goes. All right, guys, so stepping back outside. So I checked the weather, and it actually says that the temperature feels like 0 Fahrenheit right now. The actual temperature is 18 Fahrenheit, feels like 0. Just some things I'm noticing about the bus. All these big bays under here, I think, really help to buffer the cold going up into the floor of the bus. Now, once I get back to this point, from about here over, I really haven't done much for any spray foam insulation under here. So I'm noticing that the floor in our bedroom, which is right here, is definitely colder than the whole front of the bus. So I still plan on getting under here and spray foaming all of this under here. This, of course, is an old charter bus, and charter buses don't have steel floors. They have framing, and then they have just a subfloor that sits on it. So one thing I notice is that having just the plywood subfloor and not the steel floor, you don't have that same transfer of cold that you have in the traditional school buses. We, of course, have our cubic grizzly fireplace in here. We don't even have it going. I'm interested to see if we're gonna need to get it stoked up to stay warm through the night, because like I said, it's gonna get down to 10 Fahrenheit. And the other thing is there's a lot of wind. So we haven't officially announced this until right at this moment, but Julie's expecting again. Came as a little bit of a surprise. So when we first decided to do the bus conversion project, Julie was not pregnant. A few weeks, a month so after we purchased the new bus, that she got pregnant. So I guess the timing was about perfect, because she's now due. Really, she could go at any time. So that's how far along she is. We'll be seeing a new little good coming into the world probably in January. So all the kids are still with us except our oldest daughter, Arwen, who is in Georgia right now with some friends of ours. I think the whole family misses her greatly. All right, guys, it is about 10 Fahrenheit out now. The bus is amazingly warm. 74 degrees in the bus, which is right where we have the thermostat set at. But we have a problem. We are about half empty on our water, and we can't fill the water because our faucet out here, the main faucet coming into the bus, is frozen, and I think the hose is frozen too. So we've boiled some water and we're going to try to thaw it out.
Right here.
Yeah, right there. My hose inlet here, I haven't insulated it in this bay yet. So the hose, the pipe that comes to this inlet right here is actually exposed inside of this. I might still build some kind of a separator that's an insulated area that's up in here where all the piping is fully insulated. When I went to go put my water in here to fill it, it wasn't filling either because the pipe along here, this blue one, was frozen as well. So I had to thaw that out. And the problem with that is it had a little droop in it, and water had filled up in there and froze. So everything is working good now. One more thing about the mini split system. So when I came out here earlier, it literally had cut off. So it's heating the bus enough to get up to a certain temperature, turn off, and wait quite a while before it kicks back on. To me, that is really impressive in this kind of cold. So 10 Fahrenheit, it's keeping the bus toasty warm. And you know what, with a lot of the overhead units, the problem with those is you'll get the heat in the upper part of the bus, but because my vents are coming out at the toe kicks, it's heating the floor, and it feels like a really even heat in the bus. So I really like that. Everything is working great aside from my water situation. Let me take a look in here. My water is filling. All right, guys, whew, this is it. It is chilly out here. So 9 Fahrenheit right now. I actually turned off the mini split heat and just lit my fire to see how it would do. The bus is staying very warm. The only thing I notice is in the back, again, in our room, it's quite cool. Not too cold, but a lot cooler than it is in the rest of the bus. So the bunk room, the kitchen area, the dining area, all of that is plenty warm. We have the cubic grizzly wood stove, and it's doing a great job. It's keeping it very warm, toasty warm, almost too warm actually. I don't even have it wide open. I have it about halfway. We're just kind of enjoying the evening, playing some games. We'll see you guys in the morning. All right, guys, so we survived the night. The wood stove did great. The wood stove is awesome because literally it heats 3/4 of the bus with absolutely no issue at all. And the last quarter, which happens to be our bedroom, there's heat that gets back there. I just would like to see a little bit more get back there. It's kind of the nature of where the wood stove is positioned. It's positioned, you know, about, I would say, 1/3 the way back. You can see the smokestack right there, actually smoke coming out of it. This entire area of the bus stays plenty warm. One thing I noticed about the mini split, after the temperature dropped to about 9 Fahrenheit for an extended amount of time, I noticed that the mini split stopped performing like it was before. And I do know that that's kind of common with heat pumps. They don't do good in a lot of cold. It seemed like the mini split was struggling to pump out that hot air that it was doing before. So that's something to keep in mind. I may in the future add like a diesel heater, maybe just to the back of our room, because the wood stove does great heating everything else. So yeah, that's my takeaway, I guess, from our first night in this kind of cold in this bus. Another thing we did is we bought the silver stuff that you see, an insulative silver stuff. I got this from Home Depot. It came in like a 4-foot by, I don't know, it might have been a 20-foot roll or something like that. And we just custom cut every piece for each window. That makes a huge difference in blocking out the extreme cold or heat. Julie is in the bus baking cookies for Christmas. Let's go in and see what she's doing.
Elisha and I today are making butter tarts. This recipe is Canadian butter tarts, so it has, of course, maple syrup in it, because everything Canadian has maple. And so Elisha and I today are just doing some baking.
So we've made almond roca, we've made snowballs, and we've made lemon bars. And I'm about to sprinkle the powdered sugar on top.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to give this video a like. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click that bell so you get notified every time we post another video. Check the comment section for any links we might have in there. And we hope you guys have a great and blessed day. We'll be on the road soon again, so we're excited to share kind of some of our upcoming journeys with you guys. God bless. Bye.